Let's talk about something nobody admits out loud, even though everyone feels it daily. Living paycheck to paycheck on $80,000 sounds impossible, yet painfully common today. On paper, $80,000 looks rich, confident, comfortable, and completely stress-free to outsiders. People imagine vacations, great cars, savings accounts, and peaceful financial breathing space inside. They assume you figured life out financially and live without stress or pressure. But here's honesty people avoid. Many 80,000 earners feel deeply broke inside emotionally. Not irresponsible, not lazy, not reckless, just squeezed painfully by modern economic life. Paychecks never catch up to life, no matter how hard you run financially. Remember your last payday, that thrilling moment money finally touched your account briefly? Your phone buzzed, heart lifted, bank balance finally looked healthy for moments. Then reality showed up uninvited, wearing bills, debts, deadlines, and responsibilities heavily. Rent takes everything personally and never hesitates to empty your happiness account monthly. Utilities demand loyalty. Electricity expects payment. Water shows zero emotional mercy today. Insurance smiles politely while quietly draining your financial life force every single month. Car payment becomes emotional blackmail just for having somewhere to work daily reasonably. Student loans haunt adulthood like ghosts from teenage dreams and naive financial promises. Groceries quietly attack your wallet like trained assassins disguised as everyday necessities now. Credit cards pretend friendship while secretly plotting generational financial destruction behind you. Before you inhale deeply, your entire paycheck has already vanished respectfully and permanently. You sit there stunned, whispering those terrifying 5 words. Where did it go? You're not flying private, wearing luxury, or sipping champagne pools in mansions. You're just living and breathing apparently charges interest now across America financially. 80,000 once meant success, comfort, stability, and breathing room financially guaranteed. 10 years ago, that salary meant you officially crossed into safe territory confidently. Today, it barely touches rent in any city worth living inside safely. 2,000 monthly just for shelter that isn't dangerous or emotionally exhausting totally. Then the car arrives because America promises freedom with mandatory wheels and gasoline. Payment, insurance, gas, repairs, maintenance. Your freedom now has membership pricing tiers. The average car becomes second rent without offering emotional support or appreciation inside. Groceries doubled overnight like a conspiracy nobody publicly confirmed or emotionally challenged now. You enter store for basics and leave with $180 less confused deeply. You didn't even buy luxury, just food essential for survival and nothing extra. Healthcare feels premium priced, like illness-selected exclusive subscription packages mysteriously everywhere. Phone bills creep upward. Internet demands loyalty. Subscriptions steal silently while smiling digitally. Small charges together create financial strangulation without leaving visible marks externally or internally. Eventually, you stop opening bank apps like traumatized war veterans avoid memories. You calculate purchases obsessively and pray nothing breaks unexpectedly or medically disastrously soon. Because just one surprise disaster could end your ability to recover financially entirely. Then realization hits. You're earning more but feeling poorer than earlier versions of yourself. Teenage you thought 80,000 meant instant victory and permanent happiness automatically guaranteed. Nobody warned life inflates prices faster than ambition, salary growth, or motivation combined. Housing doubled, groceries exploded, college skyrocketed, interest became straight predatory and unkind. Income politely increased while everything else sprinted aggressively beyond reach without warning whatsoever. Your parents owned houses and families on single incomes you could never imagine. You followed all rules and still struggle to stay afloat financially today somehow. Naturally, you blame yourself first and punish every decision you ever made. Wrong major, wrong job, wrong city, Wrong, everything quietly attacks your confidence daily. But the truth is brutal. The system shifted directions while you traveled straight. Wages crawled while expenses took flight without permission or cheerful announcements publicly. You're not failing. You're running against moving ground designed to exhaust you daily emotionally. Then social media joins, kicking while you're already emotionally and financially down. Homes, vacations, cars, weddings flood your eyes like disrespectful financial laughter sometimes. Even knowing it's edited, comparison infects your mind silently and viciously inside. What you don't see: debt, family help, loans, anxiety behind smiles daily. Most aren't rich. They're rented by banks and pretending comfort convincingly online daily. And you compare your backstage to someone else's curated highlight performance misleadingly. Then comes lifestyle creep, the silent assassin nobody names, but everyone eventually experiences personally. Better apartment, better car, better clothes felt justified emotionally and socially necessary always. You earned comfort, deserved ease, and unknowingly financed stress with long-term payments monthly. Eventually, upgrades enslaved you, and comfort charged admission through debt and obligations constantly. Paychecks now serve yesterday instead of building tomorrow's freedom quietly every morning. Debt becomes executioner, collecting interest on decisions from your younger self mercilessly. Student loans, car loans, credit cards bleed future stability daily together everywhere. Each payment represents past ignorance, charging compound interest emotionally and financially combined. Now, 30-something you pays teenage choices with adult anxiety and sleepless nights. Inflation steals quietly, reducing writing checks for purchases that once cost half before. Your salary remains loyal while buying power files divorce papers without emotion yearly. Every year, you earn same money but afford less life, consistently moving forward. That's why everything feels heavier, tighter, stricter, and surrounded by financial fear. Living paycheck to paycheck doesn't mean stupidity. It means survival amidst chaos. The rules changed while you were busy working, loving, growing, and surviving anyway. Finally, the pivot. Complaining won't rescue you. Awareness and strategy will truly do. Free people stop appearing rich and start becoming impossible to financially control ever. They simplify life instead of endlessly upgrading illusions demanding emotional maintenance payments. Happiness stops leasing space in debt and starts living within conscious boundaries peacefully. They destroy debt fiercely before chasing pleasure, toys, or applause from others. Emergency funds become armor protecting tomorrow from today's unpredictable emotional warfare everywhere. They go boring before going big, protecting survival before sponsoring ego celebrations. Security whispers while instability screams on social media with flashy desperation daily. Savings beats shoes, peace beats praise, sleep beats expensive nightclubs every time. Let me ask you sincerely, if income vanished, how long survive honestly? A week? A month? 3 months? That answer exposes financial truth immediately brutally. Income doesn't define security. Distance from catastrophe measures real wealth today accurately. Many earn well, but live one crisis away from destroying everything painfully fast. That's risk wearing a suit pretending confidence, while hiding unstoppable financial fragility. Escaping requires new rules, not new paychecks, tempting spending habits dangerously faster. Discipline outpaces income. Freedom outruns lifestyle every single time without discussion. Sometimes dream lifestyles become cages decorated with beautiful chains called responsibilities daily. Good life photographs beautifully but suffocates its owner slowly behind closed doors. Reality responds not to motivation, but disciplined decisions compounded relentlessly over years. Here's truth. You're not broken, but you cannot ignore money anymore. Out-earning stupidity fails. Responsibility pays infinitely better emotional dividends long-term consistently. Pretending stress, normal delays collapse, but absolutely guarantees it eventually arrives. Numbers always collect debts, whether acknowledged or ignored intentionally during bright youth. You don't want 40 more years like this asking what went wrong. Freedom never appears randomly. It's engineered deliberately through boring. It grows through sacrifice, patience, honesty, humility, and occasionally eating rice inside. Sometimes winning begins by shrinking life until breathing room financially returns peacefully. No upgrades, no flexing, no chasing attention with purchased confidence carefully instead. Driving same old car, while future secretly sharpens your courage beautifully daily. Home-cooked meals translate into expensive satisfaction called independent financial thoughtfulness now. Lifestyle downgrade isn't regression. It's advanced strategy wearing basic clothes proudly. Goal isn't richness. Goal is exhaling fully without checking balance fearfully. If money fails giving peace, money itself has failed fundamentally and spiritually. Nodding right now means awareness arrived, knocking loudly on your conscience patiently. Discomfort doesn't punish. It insists growth begin immediately, whether welcome or resisted. You don't need millions. You need margins protecting sanity viciously today. Luxury fades. Control compounds into confidence you cannot buy at retail anywhere. Validation expires. Stability strengthens and quietly supports every decision patiently long-term. Once secure, lights shine brighter, food tastes better, time feels longer inexplicably. Money shifts from threat into obedient tool, following your commands respectfully now. Flash fades. Freedom echoes loudly forever through ordinary days beautifully afterward. Living broke at 80,000 happens far more often than people courageously confess. Not because evil choices, but because cost of life climbed mercilessly upward silently. While you worked, the world raised rent on existence quietly without permission. But vision changes outcomes faster than money ever could under despairing conditions. Understanding empowers. Ignorance enslaves disguised as modern normalcy politely and convinces